Do you want to know what the biggest lie is in the real estate listing business? It is something that every new real estate agent really latches onto because they think that listings are just going to fall from the sky. And that's really the truth. I've talked to so many agents that have been in the business, that just started in the business, and they think that they can just use a wing and a prayer to get listings. It doesn't work like that. It's a huge lie that everyone keeps putting out there. What you need to be a successful listing agent is not a prayer. It's not a wing and a prayer or whatever that saying is. It is having a system. And I'm going to give you a real easy system that you can put into place right now that one of my clients, Peter in Chicago, used to save $60,000 a year. Yes, he was paying $60,000 a year in Zillow leads for seller leads that were bullshit. They didn't work. They weren't qualified. Most of them ended up being unqualified buyer's leads. I don't want you doing that. The philosophy I have in my coaching program, the Listing Collective, is you're going to pay zero for leads. I don't want you spending any money on leads. And how are you going to do this? We are going to cut that lie in the real estate business down to nothing and show you a system that Peter used and countless other people have used in the Listing Collective to consistently fill up their listing pipeline and to consistently bring listings to market so that they're consistently doing 2 to 4 listings minimum per month. All right, so that's what I want you to do. So number one is I want you to be really crystal clear. This is super important. Crystal clear what your mission is. Why did you go into real estate? And have a vision of your real estate business. It is super important that you have this. Again, most real estate agents go in, they just think, oh, I'm just going to make a lot of money and I'm just going to create my own time and take a lot of time off and I'm going to make $500,000 a year working 10 hours a week. Yes, that's not happening. Having a vision of where you want your business to go to is something that is really super important. You need to have a mission. You need to have a reason why you are doing this. So that's number one. Number two, you have to have a concrete plan and system. Okay, so number two, you have to have a plan, a business plan. You have to have goals. You have to have marketing strategies, and you should have at least 3 marketing strategies that you're using to bring listings in. All right. So not only do you have a mission, not only do you have goals, how many listings do you want to sell every single year, but you're also going to have marketing strategies that you're going to really zero in on and focus. Now, this is something that's really, really important. When you're talking about marketing strategies for your listing business, you want to pick 1, 2, or 3, preferably 3, that you really dial in, that you really put all your energy and focus into, and become masters of those strategies. See, the problem is most listing agents, they're all over the board. They're chasing shiny objects. They don't have a system in place, like the micro momentum marketing system I want to talk about in a second. They don't have a system in place. They're just, they're doing some Facebook ads and they're talking to some people over here, and maybe they're, reaching out by DMs to people, or maybe they're calling their sphere of influence. Most aren't, by the way, but they're all over the board, and they do something one week and that doesn't work, then do something another week. You have to have a system in place that focuses on at least 3 marketing strategies. What is that system, you ask? Well, I'll tell you right now, the best system that you can have in place is what I call the micro momentum marketing strategy. It's a great system that allows you to start new marketing strategies and allows you to become masters, if you will, of each of those marketing strategies. And it focuses you every single day to do the things that you need to do to make money and get a check. That's right. We need to focus on becoming masters of at least 3 strategies and no more, and really really nail that down, really understand what are the ins and outs of making those strategies happen. That's what we do in the Listing Collective. Pick strategies that are going to be enjoyable for you to use, things that you want to do, things that you will do every single day. And when you employ the triple M approach, the micro momentum marketing strategies, it's like taking baby steps towards each strategy. You've never called somebody from out of the area, you've never worked probate sales, pick that probate, for instance, and take baby steps every single day to become proficient and to become a master at that strategy. That is how you win the listing game. All right. There is no floundering about in the listing business. Again, that's a total lie. You will see people with no system in place, with no strategy, and just floundering everywhere. And guess what? They're not making any money and they don't have any listing pipeline. So really become a master at 3 listing strategies. The whole point of what we do in the Listing Collective is helping you determine what are those 3 strategies consistent with your personality traits, your strengths, your weaknesses, and what have you. And then we help you, we show you how to systematize your efforts every single day for you to become a master of those strategies. So you're constantly filling up your listing pipeline, constantly bringing listings to market. That is really the key. So it's having a mission, it's having a concrete roadmap with your goals, your marketing strategy, and your schedule. And while you're doing this, overriding the whole thing in one of our efforts that we focus on in the Listing Collective is also concentrate on increasing your average sales price. We have a lot of strategies to do that, but you want to be constantly thinking to yourself, okay, what am I doing every single day when I'm becoming a master of those 3 strategies? What am I doing every single day to increase my average sales price? Am I working only those areas that are above my average sales price? Am I associating with professionals that work with high net worth individuals? Am I hanging out in areas where high net worth individuals hang out with? Are you co-listing? Are you working with other more experienced luxury listing agents to get that experience? There's a lot of different ways you can do this, but it's really important that you're constantly figuring out how you can increase your average sales price, because it's not just about the units you want to do every single year, but it's what your average sales price is and eventually getting you into the luxury market. There's a lot of other things we do in the Listing Collective, but that is essentially the basics. I really want to also talk to you about how you can work effectively with sellers. That is really important. You should have your listing presentation nailed down so that you're signing listings within 30 minutes of meeting with sellers. You should be really watching the money that you're spending. We have a whole system, if you will, in the Listing Collective on how to do that. And it's called Profit First. And it's all about saving the money that you're making, not spending the money on crazy things that most real estate agents spend on, and investing that money properly. But as you can see, this is all about having a system in place that is going to allow you to have predictable results, to get predictable listings, filling up your listing pipeline so that you're predictably bringing new listings on the market every single month, selling those listings and making your business a predictable machine. And that's what you want to do. The biggest problem I have seen with a lot of real estate agents is they don't have a system in place. They don't know what they're doing when they wake up to get listings, and they're doing nothing consistently. And I will tell you, systems are really where it's at. All right. Just floundering and waking up every single day and trying to figure out where to get listings, that's not going to do it, people. You probably understand why you're in so much pain right now and you don't have the business you want to have. So put some of these things into place right away. If you really want to supercharge your efforts and really 10x your listing business, hit that link down below and let's jump on a call and I'll tell you how we can do this for you in spades so that you are one of the top listing agents in your town immediately.